Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Sartika Hasim. My student ID 219-13077. Well, I will present my material about outlining the speech. Guidelines for outlining. Instead of asking an outline, why not just write out the entire speech? For one thing, a word-for-word script will create a sea of material that may overwhelm you. Even worse, you may be tempted to read the script, a method that call put the audience to sleep. An outline is better than a script because it shows the basic structure of your ideas in a streamlined form. It also helps you to see that relationship between ideas. The steps, namely: Step 1. Create an outline. An outline is the basic structure of a speaker's ideas in streamlined form. It is not a word-for-word script. A detailed outline like this one is added only for preparation. It is not taken to the lecture. Step 2. Prepare speaking notes. The speaker prepared brief notes derived from his outline to be added in practicing and delivering the speech. These notes contain only a few keywords, just enough to jog his memory. By adding brief notes instead of his outline, he avoids the mistakes of reading a speech. Step 3. Deliver the speech. When he delivers the speech, the speaker talks in a natural, conversational manner, glancing at his notecards occasionally to remind himself of his next point. Parts of the outline. The parts of the outline discussed below are key to the sample outline presented in the next section. Your instructor may have requirements for you outline that deviate somewhat from the description in this page. 1. Title. Your outline should have a title, but you do not actually say it in your speech. If you should not say the title, why have one? For classroom speeches, your instructor might want you to write one simply to give you experience in devising title. For some out-of-class speeches, a title might be requested so that your speech can be published in advance. A catchy title make and entice people to come to hear you. Your title should be brief and descriptive. That is, it should give a clear idea of what your speech is about. 2. Purpose and central idea. Having your general purpose, specific purpose, and central idea listed on your outline will help you bring into sharp focus the main points and supporting materials. 3. Introduction and conclusion. The introduction and the conclusion are so vitally important in a speech that they deserve special attention and care. Both sections should have their own numbering sequence and the outline, independent of the body of the speech. 4. Body. In the body of the outline, each main point should be identified by Roman numerals. The body has its own numbering sequence, independent of the introduction and conclusion. In other words, the first main point of the body is given Roman numeral. 5. Translation. The translation device we discussed in this chapter on the body of the speech should be instead in the outline at appropriate place. They are labeled and placed in parentheses, but they are not included in the numbering system of the outline. While translation while trans, tra, while trans, 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 while transitional devices should be placed wherever they are needed to help the listener make sure you have them in at least three crucial places. 1. Between the introduction and the body of the speech. 2. Between the main points. And 3. Between the body of the speech and the conclusion. 6. Bibliography. At the end of the outline, place a list of the sources such as books, magazines, and interviews that you ask in preparing the speech. Give standard bibliographical data in alphabetical order. Check with your instructor to see if he or she wants you to ask a special format, or if he or she desires the bibliography to be on a separate page. Adhere see Table 1 in the chapter on locating information for guidelines. The bibliography is useful not only as a list of sources for your instructor, but also as record if you ever give the speech again and need to return your source to refresh your memory or to find additional information. 7. Visual aids. If you plan to ask visual aids, give a brief description of them. This will enable the instructor to advise you on whether the visual aids are effective. Sample outline the commentary. Below is an outline for a speech called "Not as Healthy as They Sound" by Jeffrey Omura. Although the following outline assesses the complete sentence format, your instructor might prefer that you create a topic outline. To create a topic outline as the sum system is here, except write word or phrases instead of full sentences. The speaker's outline assesses the topical pattern, dividing the subject into two types of words. Speaking notes. Speaking notes is brief reminders of the points a speaker plans to cover during a speech. Speaking from brief notes is a good technique because it enables you to look at your audience most of the time. Occasionally glancing down to pick up your next point. It encourages you to speak naturally and conversationally. Without notes, you may forget important points, and you may fail to present your ideas in a logical, easy to follow sequence. Notes bolster your sense of security. Even if you are in full command of the content of your speech, you feel more confident and self-assured knowing that you have not as a safety net to rescue, rescue, to res, to rescue you if your main gas bank and you fail to recall your next point. Controlling your material. While preparing your outline, don't let your material become like an octopus was tentacle and snare you and tie you up. You must you must control your material rather than letting your material control you. Here 4 things you can do to make sure that you stay in control. 1. Revise your outline and speaking notes whenever they need alterations. An outline should be treated as a flexible aid that can be altered as you see fit. 2. Test your outline. One of the reasons for creating an outline is to test your material to see if it is well organized, logical, and sufficient. 3. Revise for continuity. A speech needs a graceful flow, carrying the audience smoothly from one point to another. If your speech lacks this smooth flow, alter the outline and speaking notes until you achieve a continuity with which you are comfortable. 4. Make deletions if you are in danger of exceeding your time limit. If the speech exceeds the time limit set by your instructor or by the people who invited you to speak, go back go, go back to your outline and speaking notes and trim them. Deleting material can be painful, especially if you have worked hard to get a particular example or statistic, but it must be done. Even if you exceed the limit by only several minutes. Maybe that's all for me. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.